Guys, and welcome back to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. Thank you so much, guys. If you are new to my channel, please do not hesitate to hit on the subscribe button and also hit on the notification bell to get updates whenever I upload a new video. Thank you to my old subscribers and the new one also. If you find this video helpful, hit on the like button and then you can also share it with your friends. Today I'm actually going to be teaching you, or rather showing you, how to cut two easy sleeve designs. Yeah, two easy and stylish sleeve designs. Enough of all these boring sleeves. So I just came up with this, and I'm going to be showing you how to achieve it. So the next time you make a fabric, you make a dress, you could decide to switching up your sleeve style a bit. Okay, so without further talk, so I'll just go straight into the fabrics that I'm actually going to be using here today. The first thing I'm going to be making use of, the pencil sleeve pattern. So this is like a pattern from my previous video. I'm going to drop the link down below for you to know how to cut your basic pencil sleeve. So that's the first thing. So I've used my basic sleeve pattern to cut out two sleeves, because like I said, I'm going to be showing you two different designs. So I've cut out two sleeves already, so I'm just going to set this aside, and then for the first sleeve I'll keep this on the side. So for the first sleeve I'm going to be working with this fabric. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be cutting out petals. You could call them petals, you could call them patterns. So it's just going to be like this. You could see it's just like an half circle. So that's what I'm actually going to be cutting out. So you could fold it like this, and then I'm going to be, the measurement I'm actually going to be using for this petal is going to be 2.5 inch. That's the length. Like this is going to be 2.5 inch. So I'm just going to do this. So this is like my start line. So I'm going to use 2.5 inch like this. So this is 2.5. So the next thing I'm going to do, and then the width, I'm going to make use of this width. So the next thing, I'll just keep this and show you how to achieve it. So this is like this is 2.5, and then the width that I'm going to be using, I'm just going to measure this. So I'm going to be using 2.5 by 2.5. So it's going to be like this, also 2.5 inch. So the next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to be connecting this point to this point, so you could make use of your curve, or if you know you will be able to get it, you could decide to make use of your free hand to just do that. So I'm just going to do this now. I'm just going to do this. So this is what I have. So I'll just cut it out. I'll cut it out like this. So this is the first one I have. I'm going to cut out another one, but this time what I'm going to be cutting out is going to be bigger than this, with 0.5 inch. So from this start line, this is 0.5 inch. So I'm just going to place it like this. The only thing that is increasing is just the length. That's the height. So I'm just going to do this now. So I have two pieces here. This is the first one, and then this is the first one, then this is the second one. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to measure my sleeve. I'm going to make out about 10 patterns of this each, 10 of this and then 10 of this. So, and then I'm going to cut out two each of this, because I'm going to be sewing and turning. So I'll cut out 2 of those big ones, and then 10 of these big ones, and then 10 of this small ones. So it depends on the length. That's the width of your sleeve. That's the round sleeve. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. So, and then in order to save time, I've done that already. So I have some that I've already cut out here. Like I told you, I said you sew them and turn. You can see what I have. This was what I did. I decided to use 2 fabric just to turn it, to make it beautiful. You could decide to use 1 fabric. So this was what I did. Like you can see my pattern like this. You can see. So you just run a stitch round and then leave the top part, and then you turn. You could make small notches and then you turn and then you iron. So I already have my patterns laid out. So I'm just going to select them now, the bigger ones on one side and then the smaller ones on one side. So this is the bigger one. I just select them to one side and then keep the smaller ones on the other side. So the next thing I'll do now, I'm just going to be showing you, because it's going to be 2 layers. You could decide to do 1 layer. So I'm just going to show you how to achieve this, how to arrange them. I'll arrange it first before I stitch it to this place. So you could decide to do like this, or you could decide to do like this. So it depends on what you want. So I'm actually going to be doing this. I want this coming out from the under. So what I'm going to be doing now with this, I'm going to be layering them like this, the bigger ones first. I'm just going to be layering them like this. I'll take it to my machine and then run a stitch along this line. So I'm just going to do this until I get the entire length, of what I have here. So I'm just going to do them like this. I'll put them together like this. You can see what I have. And then take them, just line them, and then run a stitch. I run a stitch along that. I'll do that and then come back and show you. Okay guys, welcome back. So you could see I finished stitching everything together. That's the first one. So these are the smaller ones. So the next thing I'm just going to be doing, I'm going to be taking this and then I'll place it on top like this. I'll just place it on top like this, and then I'm going to be stitching it. I'll run a stitch. So I'll do that now and show you again. So the next thing, I'm going to be attaching it now. So you see how I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to take the edge like this and then bring this and then place like this. So I'll turn it so I'll see what I'm doing properly. The right side facing the right side. So I'll just do it and then follow this stitch that I made here, leaving half an inch on the side. So welcome back guys. So you can see what I have. So I finished coupling the sleeve, so you can see how beautiful it is with the designs on it. So the next thing I'm just going to do now, so you can see it, how easy it is to achieve this. So I'm just going to set this aside and then I'm going to do the second sleeve. So with my basic with my sleeve pattern again, the next thing for this second sleeve, what I'm going to be doing, I have a leftover fabric, so I cut out long strap already, long strap of about 2 inches. So you can see it, I have long strap of about 2 inches. So what I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to be taking this strap to my machine and then I'm going to be locking the edges. So I'm just going to do that. I'll lock the edges and this is how I'm going to do it. I'll take this edge, and then I'll fold and run a stitch. So I'll do that and then come back and show you how to stitch on my machine. So this is my sleeve. So I open it at the middle. So this is the center. I just opened it at the middle. You could decide to do this in 2 ways. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be running a stitch on this edge. So I'll fold the edge like this and run a stitch on it. So I'm just going to fold like this. So this is my strap. So for this, you could decide to do it however you want, how wide you actually want the straps that I'm going to be attaching straps to this sleeve. Now I'm going to be placing them like this from this point to this point. So I'll open up this point. I just open it like this, and then I'll keep one side, and then I'll determine how long I want my strap. You could decide to do 2 inch, you could decide to do 2.5. So that depends on what you actually want. This is 2.5, this is 3 inch, so it depends on what you want. So I think I'm actually going to be doing 3 inch, so because of the allowance. So by the time I'm done, I'll use 2.5 I'll use half an inch to stitch it, then I'll have like 2.5 left. So I'm just going to do 2. I'm going to cut out 3 inch. I'll cut my straps into 3 inch, and then I'm going to check it before I continue to make sure I like, because I don't want it to be too wide. So that is going to be okay for me. So I'm going to lock these edges now. I'm going to lock these edges. I'm just going to lock these edges like this. You could decide to lock it first, or because I'm still going to be top stitching it, so or I could just decide to just fold it in and then take my strap. So with my lock in edges, I'll just take the first strap like this and put it here. So you could decide to do it this way, or you could decide to just put and then just top stitch on top of it. So I think I'm just going to be top stitching on top of it from this point. Use half an inch, so that's 1/4 of an inch on one side. I'll back stitch, and then I'll cut it out. So I'll take the second one. So the inch that you want depends on how close you want it to be. So you could decide to do any spacing of your choice. So I'm going to go with 2 inch. It's okay. I'm okay with 2 inch. One and a half is perfect, so I'll just do 1.5. So this is 1.5. I'll place it like this at 1/4 of an inch. You could decide to just notch them out before you start. I think that will be much more easier for you to just do this, and then do this, and then do this. So that will be much easier instead of measuring. So for the remaining half part of my sleeve, I'll just fold this edge again like this, and then I'll place it on it like this, and then measure. So from this point you could decide to reduce it more. So I think I'm going to be reducing mine. I don't want it to be too wide, so I think I'll do 1 inch. I'll do 1 inch. I'll just reduce it to be 1 inch. I think it's better. It looks better. So I'm just gonna place like this, back stitch, can see what I have. So the only thing that is remaining is just for me to fold my sleeve. You can see how beautiful it is looking, and then run a stitch here, and then come back and show you the final look. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. How beautiful. Thank you so much, guys. So if you find this video helpful, please do not hesitate to hit on the like button. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. So thank you so much for watching, and bye. God bless you. See you in my next video.